Hey everyone, for those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Joshua Wykes and I'm an adventure and landscape photographer. And my wife Lavinia and our dog Tilly are living full-time in our converted Sprinter van, traveling all over the US and Canada. We are super excited for this next adventure and we're so glad that you're watching this video. We are headed to Banff National Park, where we're going to spend about a week or so, and then we're going to head up to Jasper National Park where we'll spend another week. What I like to show in these videos is just really the beauty of God's creation. And so you'll see a bit of what we're getting up to, also some of my photography. And we're planning to do quite a few hikes, and we're going to be staying in a handful of different campgrounds in the national park. So come along and let's go have some fun. We are in Coeur dAlene, Idaho right now, which for a little bit of Josh trivia, I actually used to live here between the ages of 12 and 16. I haven't been back since, so it's been kind of fun the last couple of days for Lavinia and I just to check out the town and do a bit of a walk down memory lane. We are headed out of town now and we are headed north, starting the next leg of our adventure. We're doing some errands right now. We are just finishing up some grocery shopping. And this is what a fully stocked fridge looks like. And the freezer. And I'm actually at a dump station here in town. We're gonna empty our gray water tank. We're gonna be able to fill up our fresh water tank, and we're actually also gonna dump our porta potty. So I'm gonna be emptying the gray water tank first. And the system that I use is I have this little hose, and we've got the connection points. Get that all connected up nice and tight. So the gray water is just picking up the water that's coming out of our sink. Let me open up the valve here. That just starts draining the tank. Pretty easy. So the next thing on our list is to actually empty the porta potty. I'm not gonna go through all the grueling details, but that is the porta potty. We have just been using it for number ones, not to give you too much information, but we actually find that it is working great, especially when we're parked somewhere where we have no access to toilets. So let's go get it dumped. This is the bottom part of the porta potty. All I do is I take this, open it up, and we'll just pour that right into the station. I won't show you the details because I'm pretty sure you don't want to see all of that, but that's the process. All right, so the last thing we're gonna do here is fill up our freshwater tank, which is right here. So I'll just open up the valve. And then I've got our hose hooked up here with our filter, and we'll get going. We're also just running a few other errands. We picked up a couple packages from an Amazon locker. We are headed across the border later this afternoon up into Canada. Our next destination is Banff. We are going to be spending the next couple weeks in the Banff and Jasper area before we head on to Alaska for the summer. So come along as we start this new adventure. Let's get going. We're about to go through our second border crossing into Canada. So hopefully this one will be as uneventful as the first one when we went into Vancouver Island. So stay tuned.
How many people on board?
Just two of us, and then we have a dog as well.
Okay. I'm sure everything's updated for the dog.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it if you need it.
Where are you folks going?
We're spending about 2 weeks in Banff and Jasper and then driving up to Alaska.
Oh,
Yeah.
good time.
All right, thanks. All right, that was pretty painless, pretty friendly agent. So onward we go. So on our drive up towards Banff yesterday, we found this beautiful spot to sleep last night. Not a bad spot to wake up to. I'll take my time, dear, just to keep you around here. Know what they say, you can't keep the clouds away. So we're continuing our drive towards Banff. We are driving now through the Kootenay National Park. We just had a nice little picnic lunch right by the river. And just before lunch, we had a stop off at Radium Hot Springs where we did a bit of a dip in the pool for about an hour or so. It was really nice. So we're feeling refreshed and excited to get into Banff. Well, we got to our campground for the first night here in Banff. We're staying at the Two Jack Lakeside campground tonight. If you are coming to Banff and you want to camp, at least at this campground, you got to plan well ahead of time. I actually booked this several months ago and was actually only able to get one night, but we're going to take advantage of being here the one night. It is a beautiful location. The campground is actually just across the lake here, and I'm just doing a bit of a wander, doing a bit of scouting. It's about an hour before sunset. I'm also just checking out different angles for sunrise in the morning. And I am debating whether to get up in the middle of the night to do some astrophotography. I don't have a ton of experience with astro, but it would be fun. I would just have to get up at about 2:30 in the morning to give it a go. So we'll see. But regardless, this is a stunningly beautiful location. So excited to be here. We're gonna, just again, try to make the most of being here tonight. I did try to get up to do a little bit of astrophotography, and despite the forecast saying there would be clear skies right about now, which is about 2:30 in the morning, there is a big wall of clouds up there right where I'm trying to shoot towards the Milky Way. So bit of a bust tonight. I'll show you I'll edit the image and see if it's worth showing you of what I've taken here, but back to bed. The Tunnel Mountain Summit hike is a great hike that takes you high above the town of Banff and gives you some beautiful views of the valley and the town below. When we got to the summit, there was a board at the top that had a quote, and I'm going to read it to you here. It says, "Life goes by at a frantic pace. Embrace this moment for yourself and share it with those around you. Savor this Rocky Mountain moment." I couldn't help but be standing on the top of the mountain, overlooking Banff, and feeling like that's what my hope was for this video. So our evening ended with a nice dinner, some wine, and some ice cream for dessert as we watched a bit of Ted Lasso.
What they say, you can't keep the clouds away, away, far away. Every day is a brand new day.
So we've come to Vermillion Lakes for sunrise this morning. This is a classic shot here in Banff. I know I'm gonna start sounding like a broken record, but it is a beautiful, beautiful location. Just loving being here. Looking forward to the sun coming up. One of our favorite things that we did in Banff was we rented e-bikes and we biked down the Bow Valley Parkway, which is closed to vehicle traffic, and we headed towards Johnston Canyon.
Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met, you were.
And what became one of our most favorite hikes in Banff was the Johnston Canyon Trail.
This could be the best thing that I'll ever know.
The walk through the canyon included these catwalks, which gave you a first-hand view of the river and the waterfalls.
Your silhouettes on the concrete stairs. You watch the sun as it slowly crept from the horizon to the place we met. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know.
Waterfalls were beautiful, but for me, my favorite part was actually the walk up to the ink pots. It added a few miles to the total hike. In fact, the total hike ended up being about 9 miles for us. But once we got up to the top and saw the ink pots, the views were incredible and ink pots were something to behold. The ink pots are pools of water where spring water and air bubble up to form these incredible little ponds that have this bluish and greenish tinge. And like I said, the views were amazing. I can see why Banff National Park is one of the most visited parks here in Canada. What a beautiful spot. You know, we love being based right near the town. We were able to do a lot of great exploring, some fun hikes, even that bike ride. Our time here in Banff is actually coming to an end, at least for this video. But stay tuned to next week as we head up to Lake Louise and hit the Icefields Parkway as we work our way up to Jasper. We just remain amazed at the beauty of God's creation. What we're taking away from this location is just the power that was used to create this landscape, but also such a beauty. Well, that's it for now. We'll see you on the road next time, and may God bless you. stay.